How do we think this beer's going to turn out?
Bend over and I'll show you.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. As you know, Brew Bros are pioneers in the world of beer. We've had the 3 pumpkin mash. Now we've got the 6 pudding stout. These guys have worked out the recipe. This is not a grain to glass video because we've left it late as per usual, and so we're going to be doing the brew day right through to barreling it. And this 10-litre barrel from Malt Miller, and I'll just show you what I've done with the barrel now. So to get the barrel ready for battle, we've had it filled with water for the last 3 days just so it can cure. I think they call it cure, but anyway. But basically it's been sat in quite a dry, warm office for the best part of 2 years. The wood will have contracted. You can see where some of the water has come out, and 1 or 2 of the, I think they're called staves, these strips of wood there. I've just emptied the water out, and it is time to introduce the brandy. We're brewing up a brandy and Christmas pudding Imperial Stout next week that we're going to age in this little baby. And of course we need to try and get some brandy vibes from it. Now I lucked out today. I've only gone and found some actual brandy made by Napoleon, produced by Co-op. God knows how they got Napoleon to do it, but it's pretty good. It also happened to be the cheapest in the shop, so, well, I'm blown away to be honest. If you're going to do this, don't be alarmed at the fact that by the time you put the beer in, you will get some seepage. If you go to any barrel project, like Siren, London Beer Factory, etc., it's just what happens. So yeah, we've got our 6 times 6 months matured Christmas pudding, so you know it's good. And what is the idea with these Christmas puddings exactly?
They're going to impart Christmas pudding flavour and some fruitiness because of the fruits in them and some sugar.
It's a gimmicky laugh, really.
Yeah, and it appeases YouTubers.
Yeah. It's going to work. It's going to work.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to work. So one's going to go in during the boilers with 5 minutes to go.
No.
Sorry.
Change that up. Sorry.
I mean, I guess if it doesn't work, they'll just never see the tasting video.
Yeah.
It'll just be lost into the ether.
Oh no, we're going to do a tasting even if it's awful.
I won't be here for that if it's awful.
So you've changed
I'm not going to put my name
a
failed brew.
Have you run the numbers through the lab?
I've run them.
Okay, alright, that's fine then.
So go on, give us the outline of the brew.
Well, Christmas pudding editions. 60 minutes to boil, right at the beginning. And second one, so that'd be the 2 litlins, right at the beginginning. You know, because you don't want to over Christmas pudding your boil.
No.
It's a bit like hops. You treat them like hops. And then the 2 middle.
A wise
ones,
man once said.
The 2 middle ones are going 20 minutes from the end. So that's for flavour. And then we're gonna dry pudding it, and add the 2 big boys into the fermenter.
We did mess around. We thought, okay, well let's just use brandy and a barrel, and then buy some extract, and we in a bottle. But then we thought, nah, that's half-arsing it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
We wanted to do it natural.
It's a 6 pudding stout. So
It's a 6 pudding
Stout is 6 spoons.
What's the issue here?
Huh?
Oh no.
What's the issue?
No issue.
No. We haven't. It's quite a thick mash, isn't it? I just want to say I wasn't involved in recipe development on this one.
No, this is Gandhi.
So that's why you always need to me.
Gandhi's on the road to redemption with his stout. We've got Ed's makeshift recirc manifold there, homemade, genuine.
Bit of 2018 craftsmanship, I think.
2018. So what is that? Just a little bit of copper tube. Did you bend it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you not tell? Have you seen how
Mine
it's
bent.
Yeah, it's egg shaped like his head.
What's you two doing, Dennis?
Did you just
No, it's good.
bend it around the top of your
It
head?
used to be a little bigger.
I'm not slagging it off. I'm saying it's good. Ed, explain the benefits of the recirc manifold.
To get better efficiency, to
Doesn't disturb the grain bed.
you get a clearer. Yeah, exactly. You get a clearer wort that you
Yep.
recircling using the grain bed as a filter in itself.
Nice. Give it a little bit of a smooth. That's the other thing. Once you've got recirc capability, it makes and another vessel for heating up your sparge water. It does make sparging a breeze. And then we're going to boil with the basket in, with the puddings inside. Then we can lift the debris out.
Yeah, it's basically going to be a big version of a hop spider.
Perfect.
But it's a Christmas pudding spider.
Pudding spider. Yeah. Okay, the big moment, people. 2 100 gram, 6 month aged Christmas puddings.
It's the 60-minute Pudding edition.
Pop it in then. This is real smooth. It's going to splash
ready for
hot
the
wort.
pot.
It's going to splash hot wort all over you. And I for one will laugh. There we go, pudding number 1.
Gandhi, I'm starting to think this is your first 6 pudding stout.
Pudding number 2. So when we use the dry hop pudding, the dry pudding, when we go for the dry pudding edition, we might want to sanitize a knife or spoon and loosen it before we plop it in. So what size are these aroma puddings?
The aroma puddings are 400 grams.
400 grams each. They do not look 4 times bigger than the little ones.
Calling them liars?
Little ones.
you calling them liars?
I am calling Mr. Sainsbury's a liar. Don't care for the fact that you two guys have lost your hats. Right, what do we think's going on here, Gandhi?
We've got a stuck
Ooh.
hop spider.
Pudding spider.
Pudding spider, sorry.
A stuck pudding spider.
I think it's all the pudding sticking to the bottom.
I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's been a bit of a slick on top of the wort, which we suspect is probably the dairy content of the pudding. I guess there's some butter in there.
definitely
I've made a
butter,
Christmas pudding since, well, never.
I mean, it looks like a bad curry Sunday, doesn't it?
We've ended up with a little less wort than we planned.
A lot less work.
But to be perfectly honest, the barrel only takes 10 litres and we were aiming at a 15 litre batch, weren't we?
Yeah.
So actually we're going to be fine. We'll just have
Yeah,
to
as long as, well, I think we'll have enough for the barrel, which is the main thing.
Yeah, that is the main thing. We'll just top it up with brandy, eh? Probably make the beer significantly better. I mean, who knows? Like,
Well, there's going to be some brandy in it.
it's fruity.
It's
It's fruity. Don't know if I covered this in a previous video, but we've moved over to this chem sand stuff from the powder sanitizer, and it's so much nicer to work with. I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video, but yeah.
No, it's really, really good. It's very easy to use.
Very easy to use. Nice measure. You can use it with cold water. It foams a lot, but then
It's kind of the point, I think.
yeah, I think so. So we're going to transfer the wort straight onto the puddings, and then we're going to aerate.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
How do we think this beer's going to turn out? Hit us up in the comments, folks. I'm 50-50 at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I have higher hopes than I did the pumpkin beer, and that turned out okay, so, you know, what do I know, really?
True. I think the issue will be this one is the high fat content.
Yeah. Only me! Welcome back to the funhouse. It's barreling time. I have a few concerns. Concern number 1 is that when I open this fermenter, it's got a little buttery film on the top, much like a pate does. Number 2, it was quite bitter. We had a little sneaky taste when we, on the brew day when we transferred to the fermenter, and it was quite bitter. And the third concern is that once again, with this fermenter, the SS Brewtech brew bucket, we have sucked back some sanitizer during the cold crash, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm not 100%, but we'll see. But it's a stout, so hopefully it'll be quite resilient. Cheers. And the fourth concern is that I'm a few pints in. The barrel has been sat with some brandy for, it must be 4 weeks now, and the brandy's been removed. It's definitely taken on a darker colour as a result of the char inside the barrel, which is good, and certainly smells it as well, so I think that's actually made that brandy better. So the barrel at the moment it's been sat there for half an hour with hot water around about 90 degrees just to sanitize the barrel. It's not appropriate to use Star San or Chem San or sodium bicarbonate or any of these kind of sanitizers with the barrel. It's best just to use hot water to sterilize it and get it ready. The smell coming out of the barrel while we're getting rid of that hot water is definite brandy. And there's some serious oakiness as well, so high hopes. I hope I haven't lost too much of that brandy oaky goodness. Right, that's emptied out. Let's get our sanitized funnel out and put some of that brandy back in. That will do. It's about a cupful. A little bit of oxygen will be working its way through those gaps and will gradually, over time, oxygenate the beer. This is only really suitable for high ABV beers, Belgian beers, stouts, and if you want to add a bit of funkiness to your beer, so things like sours and wild ales, probably goes too, I imagine. There we go. In goes the plug. There we go. And in it goes at cellar temperature, 14 degrees for, well, it's debatable. Might be a month, might be 2. I mean, it doesn't look nice. It doesn't smell nice. Let's see what it tastes like. It doesn't taste nice. If that barrel produces a good beer, bearing in mind it's got to age in there for a month or 2 and then obviously be transferred to keg and put on nitro on tap. I mean, if that turns into a good beer, I'll sell all my possessions and move to a shack in Guam. It's not actually bitter anymore. It's about right. I don't know what that's all about. Looking in the fermenter, I mean, that is appalling. Look at the state of that. And that's about as much as I'd like to do with this beer tonight. I'm going to go home. All that remains is to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you've bought anything on our shop or any of our kits over the course of the year. A big, big thank you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and subscribing. And you guys have a great one. Take care.